monitoring where this is going. Hannes Wolf. Now Morales to the forehead of Kevin Long. Ilinic. Oh. Hannes Wolf hits the stick! And it's in! Toronto FC cries Wolf! Hannes goes again!
Post as well. But it's this connection here that he gets really well. It kind of opens up.
Pivotal point, though, in the season. Game 20. Holding on to the last playoff spot. Ojeda with the ball over the top. Ojeda in, and the redirection goes in! Nice to meet ya! Ilinic scores for a second time with a timely deflection. 2-0.
To get it in behind, you see him there racing away. So much time and space, and he has to pick someone out, and he does that really well. Ilinic. Oh, this is good trivia. That means it's going to be a lot lower.
Oh, Corbianu, you can get back to that. Corbianu along. Corbianu deflected in.
Been beating whoever he wants, and sometimes the delivery has not been as good as the initial move, and he puts it into a dangerous area here. And I needed someone to put their arm around me and say it's unacceptable at this stage.
Hannes Wolf with the poke. Morales. Over for Wolf. Oh. Lead back for O'Toole! All the tricks in the tool bag for New York City on that goal. It's back to a 2-goal advantage, 3-1.
So he must have seen it earlier. Here's Maxi Morales, a little touch there, a little flick. A lot of swag in this goal, and look at this pass here. Great pass from Wolf.
It's Julian Gressel. And it falls for Harvey and then knocked in. Whether it's Harvey who claims his first MLS goal or the last touch off a Dallas player, Loons repeat the script. Set-piece goal, 1-0.
To a team that's really good at set pieces. Oh, Harvey's very close to the offside line there. That might be checked, but it goes to the back post. And Harvey is not being marked. That is really
kind of changed what we were discussing with the narrative of June. Was they rotated heavily. They took their lumps in that game on the road mid-May. At Houston, which we did. That toss in, Marcanic! Oh, this is coming out of central casting. A long throw, a Marcanic goal. Rinse and repeat, 2-0.
A flick on and a man at the back post. Everybody's marked up. Tani Oloshe doesn't even jump.
He too just coming back, Ibiaga, from recent suspension. They were down to 9 in that game against the Earthquakes. Heitor Musa, Farrington, the chest, the settle. Logan Farrington, for the second year running, scores against Minnesota United at home. And Dallas appalls back in it.
Second-year player. And look at the chest to find a bit of space, open up onto that right.
Nico Hansen has been a breakout player for Colorado. The youngster in goal. As he plays with fire a little bit there, a rare error from him. It's cut to the top of the box, and it's punished. Dejan Joveljic says thank you very much.
Gets the assist to Dejan Joveljic. This is exactly what you don't want if you're Chris Armisen, exactly what you want if you're Carey Zavagnin. This is a late birthday gift for Carey Zavagnin. And he offers something different to all of the other players that are in the starting lineup tonight. He's able to stretch the line. He's also able to put good in services as well.
Here's Tommy. Ooh. Tommy cutting through the challenges. Tommy! A glorious individual effort from Eric Tommy, and he just loves to score against the Colorado Rapids.
4 Colorado defenders. The hold-up play is excellent. Then he says, okay, I'll just knife straight through. Bang! Puts it in the back of the net.
Navajo against Postcamp. A stutter step. Navajo! No doubts!
Is because of Darren Yap. He gets to the end line, draws the penalty. Navarro looks Postcamp in the eye and says, I'm not going to do what happened in the first half. I'm going to bury this one. Wrong.
But he is 5th in MLS in terms of shots taken this year, Gabriel Peck. Doesn't shy away from taking the shot, Gabriel Peck. Always comes back for Fagundes. Long range hit, Takoka spills it, and the Galaxy first to the rebound, and it's smashed home by Nascimento. So when it comes from a corner kick, there's no pressure on the ball at the top of the back of the box for Edwin Cerrillo, and he just puts his laces through the ball. Yeah, we want to be the aggressor. We want to start pressing a little bit higher up the pitch. But now in transition moments, they have to be sharp and alert, and guys can't shy away from 1v1 defensive duties. Peck trying to play that ball in behind. Royce pulls it across. Paintsel, he's got all the time in the world. Calls it and scores. Peck and Royce, the architects, and Paintsel finally delivers. 2-0. Peck picks up this ball. He has one thing on his mind. Can I pick out a run? But this is just so good. Such good awareness from Marco Royce, recognizing not only the space. The Galaxy's most emphatic performance of a very difficult season. Paintsel against Takoka, and he scores! Sends the keeper the wrong way. And the Galaxy fans can finally breathe a sigh of relief. Get a brace tonight. It's not just about the goals, it's about his overall body of work. His offensive work rate, his continuous pursuit to put himself...
That communication will have been passed on, though. All Oscar Pareja wants him to do is continue to work. Make sure you're providing pressure, force these movements to the outside, not allow balls like that to come off the back line.
Scardina cutting it back, it's Biel!
You wanted the pressure from Ramiro Enrique, you didn't get it. Drops an absolute dime in behind the back line.
Back into this match in a way that you might see from a game-winning type of goal, and now a set piece for Charlotte. And it's turned past the keeper and in!
Coming out of the conversation with Dean Smith. Opportunity for Bill Tuiloma. Balanced defensively, but this is just about the utter will to get...
Flick from Ojeda to Santos. Good combination play from Orlando City into the penalty area, and it's turned home by Enrique. And there's an answer from Orlando City. It's game on here in Charlotte.
Rafa Santos head up, doesn't have the space that he wants, can't take advantage of his speed, and instead you go to the tacticians on a beautiful exchange.
Into the 80th minute, here come Orlando City once again, cut back to Muriel, now Enrique, now Muriel, now Pasalic! All level here in the Queen City.
He holds, he wants to try and go to goal instead. Draws Malanda back over. Unselfish. Total football by the Lions. Enrique.
Now this challenge very different today against a Montreal side in need of victories fast. Messi giving the ball away. Owusu! Jaws dropped. Heads turn. Montreal lead against the might of Miami.
Montreal wanting to come out and be aggressive, playing against a team coming off the Club World Cup that had 4 days off midweek, and it's a mix-up there between Messi and Wyken.
Both coaches did insinuate this would be a game of transition. forth as much as any game this year thus far. Allende, goal! And just like that, into Miami, back on level terms.
Just as we were talking about CF Montreal trying to limit the touches of Busquets, you see why. He finds that space, he finds Messi, and then that overlapping run opens up space.
Coming into Miami perspective, Ian Mascherano did say to us they've had conversations about adding to perhaps aid Lionel Messi. Messi! Brilliant! My word, what a goal! It's just typical Lionel Messi! Even here, even now, he is beyond compare!
The rest is history. He just keeps his head up, these slight little touches, in tiny spaces, just to open.
Allende into Suarez, and here come Miami again. Segovia let fly! Oh, wow! Segovia pounces in pink again!
Just kisses off that crossbar. There's no chance for Sirois, but it's just a really compact swing. Just needs an inch, curls it.
It's Kramarski. Lovely into the path of Luis Suarez. Lionel Messi. Here come Miami again. Here comes Lionel Messi once more. Messi! My word, what a goal! Lionel Messi! Magnifique in Montreal!
You see the ball coming into Suarez and just lays it off to Messi, and from here, just accelerates past Campbell, twists and turn. You can just see Montreal colliding on top of each other with vertigo, just spinning them around in every which direction. Ball just seems glued to his foot, wins the tackle, and then puts it in the top corner for good measure. You can just see the bodies of blue all around him.
Gutman was a little bit late tracking on the near side here.
And here is Evander. Yedlin to his right. Denke floating towards the back stick. It's Evander! He's in that type of form! Everything he touches turns to gold. And Evander opens up the scoring at TQL.
And you know he's going to strike. I mean, he can strike well beyond that. There is no pressure coming, and you see Jack Elliott there. The second that ball hits the net, he turns around and he goes straight at Gutierrez Bamba. Wondering where is the pressure on the ball, and the run continues on the right-hand side. That draws Gutman out of the picture to not him. When you look at, there's Hagelin right there. You see him, that you're looking at options and opportunities to be successful in the back and as solid as possible. He wants to stick with the three.
Here's Evander all the way across for Denke! Served up on a platter for Kevin Denke, and he will always feast on that.
Drifting to join Evander, to be that little combination play. It forces Jack Elliott to slide. It forces Sam Rogers to slide. And guess who's wide open inside the 18? Good defending from Cincinnati in that moment.
Well, here comes Chicago again. Gutierrez, Bamba, Gutman, Zinkernagel, and Chicago pull one back. And Philip Zinkernagel always was going to have a say. He continues his red-hot form, and the traveling Fire supporters love it. Game on.
Like it was going to come off right here. He makes a nice little pass, lays it into the path of Gutman, and well done by Gutman because he takes it first time. He doesn't take an extra touch. It's bouncing a little bit.
Nashville could go second in the table with a win. Mukhtar to put to bed the penalty concerns. Here's Mukhtar down the middle! And Nashville down to 10! Look to have won it in the 101st minute!
And absolutely blasted this one! Such desire, such commitment behind this strike! Hani Mukhtar, the man of the moment!
To have Russell just in front of him, just to have a little bit of a distraction, but the sun is bursting right into their eyes at the moment.
Marcel have not scored a goal from a corner kick this season. Pablo Ruiz taking them. One
Magnificent from Real Salt Lake. Technically not off the corner kick, but on that reset, Noel Caliscan with the best goal he's probably ever scored.
Absolutely spot on, and so is his strike. He's never going to hit one cleaner than this. Cushions it with his chest, and look at the technique, look at the balance. They leave him unmarked on the far post, that little cushion, but look at his shape on the little rise. He just pings that into the back of net. Berkey, as good as he is, top hand, he tried to get it. He has got no chance. Look at the celebration.
Tally is about 8 injured players. Several key ones, some long-term injuries. As a bad back pass comes to Agana. Gonçalves onside.
Take him on.
Has to go for it, and he does!
That is a wonderful shape shot, because he's using the defender to shield. He squares him on, Portuguese player, and he just... I'm sure at half-time there would have been a few choice words said to the players, because it was just sloppy at the beginning and sloppy at the end.
Klaus the target!
Set pieces, set pieces, set pieces. Because it's one off the training ground. Just watch the movement, the ball's being played in, no one on the far post.
That's something they've said about him for most of the season. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. It's been a tough season for St. Louis staying healthy.
Touch.
Another break. Gonçalves towards goal! To the Golden Boy! Gozo!
Because of the balls being put in, there's your first touch. Then the composure. Can you put it into a dangerous area?
And there's Sean De Silva, who they picked up at the end of the primary transfer window for Jake Girdwood Reich. See where Silva plays. That's in. Yeah. St. Louis back in business off the corner.
Another set piece. Didn't know a lot about it, Max. Just bounced off his thigh. It might, they'll have a look because it might have hit his hand actually when it. As the ball's been played in, you can't really...
Never ignore 2v1. And there, Sofo and Duncan got to do better to create a chance.
Stroud picks out Forsberg, still motoring on. Forsberg!
How has he kept control of that ball? Is he going left or right here? DeJuan Jones is unsure.
Now, with one road win.
Wow.
Espinoza is running this down. Espinoza! Costa!
And then a great ball over the top to Espinoza. And Vitor Costa makes up for it there.
Timbers trying to figure out a way to threaten their former teammate. Ortiz leaves for DaCosta, and now Ashala into Moreno, back to DaCosta, Kelsey, Moreno, this is good from Portland, pop towards DaCosta over his head, Smith arriving! An incredible strike for a rookie. What a way to score your first professional goal.
That sweet left foot just cuts right across it and bangs it.
Mosquera cuts inside. That was a good step from Matt Polster to take it away from Joao Ortiz. Now New England in transition. Heel into space. Picks out Langoni. Langoni with Miller chasing. Cuts it back. Luca Langoni is in! Oh! Lightning fast from New England. And the match is leveled.
Look at the Timbers back line. They try and step up, and the obvious ball would be Capana, but Lagoni is onside and making that run in behind. And just when you thought the chance would go away, the angle's not there.
Moreno floats it in. Easy enough, though, for Fofana. Chara and DaCosta. DaCosta cuts inside. DaCosta, Carly! They have been asking for that from David DaCosta for months.
Desperate for this man to become more selfish, to start shining game in, game out, and taking on big moments.
Milan Ilovski, 7 goals in the last 4 matches. He's got 9 on the season. That's equal best with Anders Draya, who just played that ball out wide. Valakari trying to knock it down. Ilovski! On cue! The player spotlight bringing some luck to San Diego FC. That's goal number 10 for the Escondido native. And San Diego FC taking a 1-0 lead.
Look how quickly they get out the other side. And there's actually calls from Bombino to just hold this one. Draya looking at the ball at the top of the box. But it's a knockdown.
First ball is Ponce again to head it away. Bassi will send it long into the sky. And a full sprint here from Anali, heading it into space. Anali! His first in MLS this season! What a reply from Houston, it's 1-1.
Just a few looks and you can see the special quality, but it's just a blind clearance. And he sees the opportunity, just trying to go pace. And at that point, Luca Bombino's beat, but to have him.
Here's Bassi one more time. Escobar pulls it down, 35 yards out. Goes in between a couple of San Diego players for the far side. Are you kidding me? Franco Escobar! Golaso! Golaso from the Argentine! And a 2-1 lead heading to the break for the visitors. Oh my!
This is a player still competing for his spot. Let's not forget he lost this position to Felipe Andrade. But as he stepped on the right side, he's now stepped up on the...
And now, quality spot for a free kick. Draya trying to weight one into the back post. Headed back in front for Valakari. What can he do with it? Onto the back post. Left-footed shot, and we're tied! Luca Bombino with a volley from the back post to tie the game at 2.
How calm he was. But now you've got Luca Bombino on the back post, and again, it's the secondary attack opportunity. It's up.
San Diego pinched in the attacking end. Up and over the top. Valakari hits it first time out in front, and it's 3-2. The All-Star delivers. Anders Draya, the reigning player of the month in June. San Diego with their first lead tonight.
And look at the numbers around the ball, Rogo. 5-6 players in the top of the area. Quick combination play. Chucky Lozano with a little clip over the top.
Over a smatter of boos here at Snapdragon. Ponce is tied at 3. This one will count without question.
But he approaches the ball. Goes pace, roofs it up the middle of the goal.
Although we'll use the space given. Centering pass, Ponce. Ponce with his left foot! Oh my, his second of the night! Against the grain! Ezequiel Ponce trying to deliver San Diego's second ever home defeat.
Field, but look at him, no pressure on the ball. Even Bartlow doesn't know what to do with it. And it's that quick little run off the shoulder there.
What he warned against in the lead up to this game. But on the flip side, Taylor, Columbus have not really been able to create a threatening moment despite having the ball in fairly advanced positions. Maybe here though, Aliu slipped behind. Aliu towards Rossi! Diego Rossi does it again, into double digits, his 10th goal of the year. The MLS All-Star gives Columbus the lead.
In touch from Diego Rossi. Aliu gets him behind, great run, but then is a little calm in this, plays it to the back post. But how often do you see players try to blast that?
Alex rolled on. Kosarienzi got there before Shamirko. Kosarienzi still coming forward. Great ball. It's his time in his city.
spent all of last season with the Tacoma Defiance, and he really found his confidence, and he had belief that he could play at this MLS level.